The injured individual has the controlled substance created to fight pain, and it's working. Okay, this isn't going to be so bad. But then a tolerance starts to set in, which is something that happens with just about every medication that has an impairing effect, including alcohol. And our poor guy that was hurt in a car accident, father of 3, devoted husband, vice president of a nice company, he's not feeling the same alleviation from the pain that stems from the injury that resulted from the car accident that wasn't even his fault. He's got pain because his body is naturally building up a tolerance to the pain medication that he was prescribed by the doctor, who took great care in determining the amount and times of usage. So, to get on with his day, to fight the pain, sitting there, he thinks, I don't want to exceed my dosage, but boy, I want this pain to go away. I'm not going to eat the whole pill. I'm just going to break it into 4s or in half. Now you see this pill here, an Oxycontin broken in half. When a person prescribed pain medication for an injury breaks an Oxycontin in half because they want just a little bit more pain medication to alleviate their discomfort, they've effectively altered the time release mechanism in the Oxycontin. And that was what was so groundbreaking about this drug. This drug, Oxycontin, was groundbreaking because of the time release coding. The design of the pill was a breakthrough because you could have a powerful pain medication that was amortized over time and had a steady effect of alleviating pain. Prior to this, the only thing that matched up was morphine drips, and morphine is an ugly type of, nobody's addicted to morphine. I mean, they were, and I shouldn't say nobody is. Of course, there are people that are, but that's not a popular drug now because it's not as pleasurable as Oxycontin. A lot of people equate morphine to heroin. Oxycontin, that was it. And in breaking the pill in half, this very powerful narcotic that's supposed to last for hours and hours, all of a sudden gets into your system very quickly. All of a sudden gets into the user's system so quickly that it starts to mimic, to some degree, shooting it into your arm, that immediate effect, because there's a direct correlation between the time that a human being chooses to consume, ingest, use some type of controlled substance and the euphoric effect that they feel. There is a correlation. The less time, the more likely you are to get addicted. The more likely the user is to get addicted. The more likely the father of 3, who's vice president of a local company, went to great schools and is a devoted husband, who got in a car accident that wasn't his fault. He is now addicted to an opiate, a heroin-like substance. Now, I want you to take a look at that pill that's broken in half. I've seen evidence bags full of Oxycontin 80s that are gray, and of course there's a few of these in there. That pill is not broken in half. I can spot this a mile away. That pill is not broken in half. This is further down the trail. This is the full-blown addict that possessed this pill. Now, while users do get addicted by breaking pills in half, while users, like I said earlier, will pop 80s or 10s or 20s into their mouth and chew on them to get the more immediate effect and the greater high. That's not what's happening here. What's happening here is that the outer coating was removed by the user, and those pills are shaved down because they're using a strainer, a fine strainer, and they're grinding up the Oxycontin into a powder, and they're snorting it much like somebody would snort heroin. And now, one way to spot a difference between the person that becomes addicted and becomes a user from the clients that were junkies or partiers to begin with, are the fact that you can speedball with these things. You can snort Oxycontin and cocaine, and now you're really asking for trouble. Remember all those pictures of the families, people start dying? Whoa. The lethal combination of those two drugs, of an opiate and cocaine, has been known for decades.